Hey friends! So it's a few days after Christmas, and I don't know about you, but my house is looking a little bit like a toy store without any shelves. There's stuff kind of all over the place, and I'm starting to go a little bonkers. So I wanted to share with you today about what we are doing to bring down the chaos in our house and help get back on a normal toy level. I decided to come outside for a few minutes to talk to you guys because it's beautiful out and my two littles are inside resting. One is napping, the other one is playing with all of her Christmas goodies. But I wanted to unpack the idea just a little bit about what we are doing to kind of help alleviate some of the Christmas overload of presents and my living room looking like a toy store. Something that we have started doing, and it's actually been over the last 2 years, and we even sometimes do this for birthdays too. It kind of just depends. What my husband and I do is we let them unpack everything, unwrap all the gifts, and then we have a nice little pile of all of their goodies. And then we kind of just watch over the next few days of what they are doing and what they're playing with and what is most important and exciting to them at that moment. When the time is right, we will take some of the other items that are exciting but they haven't been tapped into, and we'll put them in a tote in one of the closets or in the garage and store it away for a later date. Now that later date could be a week later or it actually could be a couple months later. It just kind of depends on where you're at. Now obviously if your kid starts asking, hey, where's that thing, then if they're old enough to remember, you're probably going to need to go and get it at some point. But we're still at the age with our oldest, of course, who's 5.5, where we can put some stuff back and she'll either forget about it, or because she has all of her other exciting things, she will kind of just let it go, and then I'll bring it out at a later time. And that could be before you go on a trip, like you need something for the car, or if you want to take it with you to do at grandma's house, or you just really need to cook dinner and nothing's working. So then you have kind of this little Christmas redo because you've got all these awesome things stuck back. So that's actually really helped us quite a bit. And even if it's only sticking 1 or 2 gifts back and it only lasts a month, that's cool. It's worked really well for us, and I think we'll probably continue doing it until we can't get away with it anymore. I'm going to go back inside just to make sure there's no screaming or anything happening out there because I didn't bring the monitor. So I'm going to go back in, and then I have a couple other ideas I want to share with you. Okay, there's no crying or gnashing of teeth, so I think we are okay to continue on with this next idea I wanted to share with you. And that is, I don't know about you, but my kid likes to keep her toys, and so we have a lot of toys. And some of them are more well-loved than others. Some get played with a lot, and some don't really get played with very often at all. And so one of the things that we are going to start doing, and actually I think we're going to start this year, is we're going to sit down, my oldest and I are going to sit down and spend some time going through her toys, and we are going to find the ones that she is okay getting rid of, and we're going to make sure that they are in good shape and that, you know, I would feel comfortable handing them to another child. They're not torn up or, you know, old and raggedy. So we're going to find some of our nicer, gently used toys, and we are going to do one of the following. Haven't decided yet. So here's some options. One is to look into your local Goodwill or Salvation Army. Now, of course, they're going to resell those items, but those are 2 really good charitable organizations because of what they turn around and do for the community. So that's an option. Another option would be if you have a home church or if there's a church nearby that you're familiar with, to contact them and see if they have any programs where they're collecting toys for families who might be in need for their kids. And then the last option, which I think it might be the option we go with, is to look around in town. I have a place in mind here that's either a women's shelter, or like a moms with kids shelter, or families with children who are, 1 degree from being homeless. And so these kids might not be getting anything. And I realize Christmas has passed, but there are still things like birthdays, and for those situations, I don't necessarily think it has to be Christmas for them to receive things and be grateful. The third and final suggestion that I have is actually this is a recycled idea, imagine that, something that I read about and it resonated, And it's something that we don't actually implement ourselves just because we haven't gotten to the point where we need it. However, it's kind of, I'm shelving it right back here just in case we get to that point, and then I can say, wait a minute, what about this idea? And the idea is, this is mostly for people who are getting scads and scads and scads of gifts from grandparents and aunts and uncles and parents, and it's becoming too much. But the idea is the gift of 3. You could also probably do the gift of 4, but the one that I was reading about was the gift of 3. And the idea is that you do one gift that they need, so socks, underwear, a winter jacket, boots, something that they actually need in their lives to function. So something that you need. Then it's something educational, so a book or a puzzle or something along those lines that they would enjoy, but it also serves an educational purpose. And then the third item is the fun item. It's something that they want, whether it's something that you know they want and they've been asking for, or it's something that you know they're just going to be like, oh my gosh. So the third item is the fun item. And then that's it. That's all. If you have grandparents that need to kind of bring it down a notch, this is something that you could, in love, suggest and say, hey, we're really trying to bring down the material quite a bit, and we'd like to suggest that you do this, or you could just say, hey, please do this. However it is you communicate with your family. I mean, I get it. I think we all get it. I get it. I love watching my daughter open gifts and be super excited, and I like that. But for us, we're trying to lay a good foundation of gratitude and thankfulness, and I guess just in my opinion, having a ton of stuff kind of can muddy the waters a little bit. That's it. Those are the ideas. I hope that you find at least one of them helpful for you. And if you do, or if you have an idea that I have missed, I would love it if you would leave it in the comments, because I read all of these. I take them to heart, especially if it's something I haven't thought of. So if you have ideas, please share them in the comments. We would love for you to share a video if something spoke to you, or if you know someone who might benefit from the video, we would love for you to share it with them. We have a Facebook page and we have a blog. We would love for you to join along with us in one of those areas. And don't forget, if you like our video, click like. That's good encouragement for me to keep on keeping on and sharing and talking about where we're at in our life. And lastly, we would love to invite you to be a subscriber. That way you get a notification each week when we put out a video, and you can be one of the first to watch it. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and hopefully you'll tune in next week, and we'll see each other then. Bye!